Hello, welcome back. Let's getting messages already. I haven't even done the introduction. Welcome back. This is HubTunes. I am Mike. This is another concert review. I've been a little slow on my concert reviews. I'm not sure why. Cutting back to just one video a week is kind of. I've just slowed down, and it's all good. I'm not feeling the pressure that I used to feel to crank out 2 videos, sometimes 3 a week. So my concert reviews have taken a little hit. I've actually seen a few that I've got in the pen here, and I'm gonna do a few of them coming up soon. I love doing the concert reviews. I know they're probably my least, I've said this before, they're probably my least watched videos, but I don't care. I love going to see live music. I absolutely adore live music. And I don't I don't go to stadium shows or anything like that. I don't even go to big theater shows anymore. Most everything I see is either in small clubs or really, small venues that are, probably less than 1,000, 2,000 people at the most. So I will get right on with this one. This was a good one, man. This was a night. This was actually a couple weeks ago, so I'm going to try and remember all the details. I might have had a couple of scotch and waters, but it was an amazing evening. I went to see the incredible Bill Calahan. If you're not familiar with Bill Calahan, check him out. He was in the band. Smog, they more of a moniker just for him and his outlet. In 1990, he formed Smog, rotating kind of cast of people for the most part. 1990, I believe, the first album came out, and they made 14 records. And then in 2006 or 2007, he went solo and now records under Bill Calahan. And he has made nine records, 9 solo records. So 14 with Smog and 9 with as a solo artist. Pretty impressive output since 1990 was, I believe, the first Smog record. I love Smog. I fell in love with Smog when they first. I really, really enjoy Smog. That's how I was turned on to him. I was turned on to him by this record right here, which was probably a little bit later. This is not one of the early Smog records, but this is Rain on Lens by Smog. Really, really cool. I love this music. It's not for everybody. It is. He has a deep baritone voice. It's very lo-fi, and this will continue with his solo stuff. In fact, I like the Smog stuff a little bit more because it's a little bit more complicated. There's a little bit more to it than his solo stuff. It's very lo-fi, simple rhythms, and very repetitive. He'll repeat verses over, and it's very, very interesting. I want to say he's like Americana, but it's his own style of Americana. I call it kind of like a Lou Reed Americana, where it's not Americana where I'm walking through wheat fields in Kansas. I'm living in a poor town, and there's some violence in some of it. Not violence, but he writes about violence with no problem and tells these stories of these characters throughout his career. And I just, very, very interesting artist. And I one of my favorites going right now. I was so excited to see him. This was the second album that I fell in love with him on. This is Smog's Knock Knock. I think these two are, if you're going to listen to a Smog record, Knock Knock and the previous one are the ones to get. This is great. This actually has, if any of you have the most recent album from Spoon, Lucifer on the Sofa, the opening number on that is a Bill Calahan song called Held, and that's from this record. A wonderful version of Bill Calahan's. I was blown away. When I picked up that Spoon record, and I love Spoon, the first song on there is a Bill Calahan cover, and I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be great, and it was. That's a terrific album from last year. So yeah, that's a wonderful cover of Bill Calahan. And then another Smog record. This is called Supper. Is this their last record? This might be their last record. Still really good. He's got some background female vocals on here. It's a little more complicated. There's a little more going on. I don't want to say complicated because all his music is definitely not complicated. It's very simple, very repetitive, but three pretty good records. If you're gonna check out Smog, I would definitely go with the first two I mentioned, Knock Knock and Rain on Lens. So then it was probably like 2006, 2007. He went solo, and he released this album, and it's called "Woke on a Whale Heart." Wild artwork, really, just a continuation of his music with Smog. I like this record a lot. It's not my favorite of his solo records, but it's good. It's pretty good. Drag City. Yeah, 2007 this came out. It's on Drag City. Most of his stuff solo is on Drag City. Really awesome artwork, right? I'm looking at that. That's really cool. So this is his first solo record. He would release, I think I said 9 others. I don't have all 9 of them. I have this one. This is Gold Record. This came out 2017. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but this is pretty recent. Gold Record, pretty good record. It came out like right before the pandemic. Excellent record. Drag City again, beautiful inner sleeves, and Drag City does a really nice job with all their records. Again, repetitive, lo-fi, deep baritone voice. Beautiful singer. And then just after the pandemic, or as the pandemic was ending, or I don't even know when it was, as the pandemic was kind of ending, he made a terrific album with Bonnie Prince Billy. This is Blind Date Party. This is a doozy of a album. This is meandering. It wanders. It doesn't have a lot of flow. But it's a collection of awesome songs. Again, on Drag City. I love the opener of this, Blackness in the Night. OD'd in Denver as a cover, I believe. Who did that? I forget who did OD'd in Denver. That's a cover by somebody. But he has Matt Sweeney singing on that. He's got there's a bunch of guest vocalists on here. A lot of covers. Deacon Blues. He does a cover of Deacon Blues, but it's so slow. It's slow. What else here? Lost in Love with Billy. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, interesting record. Very lo-fi again. But I love Bonnie Prince Billy. Very talented singer songwriter. Also contributes a lot to this record. Bill doesn't sing all the songs, as I said. He does have a few guests who sit in, and this is a highly recommended solo record by Bill Calahan. Excellent stuff. And then we get to his most recent album that just came out. The CD came out last year, right around November, December, but the vinyl just came out this year, and it's called Reality, and it is my favorite of all his solo records. I love this record. I absolutely love this. This is going to be very close to my top. It's in my top 3 records of 2023 right now. It is gorgeous, beautiful. Again, Drag City nails it. Excellent packaging. The pressing sounds phenomenal. I highly recommend his new record, Reality. So I go to the show. Clearly I love this artist. I go to the show. It's at one of my favorite venues here in Chicago, Thalia Hall. It is on the south side of the city, not the south side, but south side of the Loop. So it's kind of a pain in the ass for me to get to. I generally drive. If I take public transportation, it takes It's well over an hour, probably longer. And Ubers to get down there would be $50 each way. So I don't go, I usually drive down there. There's parking everywhere. In fact, every time I go, I was just telling somebody this the other day, every time I go to a show at that Thalia Hall, I park in the exact same spot on the street. For some reason, this spot is always open. It's probably illegal. No, it's a metered parking. I park there every single time. It's a short walk. It's great. I go in. There was an opening band. They weren't great. I didn't even bother writing down who they were. There were a couple moments I remember just being like, they're all right. But then he comes out, and it's him, a drummer, a keyboardist, and a saxophone. No bass, and it's interesting. This is going to sound strange, but the saxophone actually acted as a bass almost. The saxophone was always going. There weren't like big sax solos. This guy wasn't Clarence Clemens, but the sax was always there, always playing, and it was really, really interesting how it laid kind of like a foundation for the rest of the musicians. Well, there are only three of them. Bill Calahan played acoustic and electric guitar. I think he used two guitars the whole night. I don't think he changed guitars. Actually, you know what? I think he had one guitar, and he did not change guitars all night. He used the same guitar the whole night. The drummer was terrific. The keyboardist was also terrific. The venue is really comfortable. It probably holds 1,000 people. And I've said this in other videos. If you watch these concert reviews, I love this venue. The security there, the people, the bartenders, everyone in the place is top notch, nicest people. Never have a problem. I've never seen a fight, a push, a shove, or anything. Everyone is just very accommodating. And those things, I know, why are you putting that in a concert review? It makes for the whole evening, just being in a great place like that's comfortable, and especially at 55 years old. Also, the bathrooms are really close to the bar, so you can get from the bar to the bathroom and then back to your spot. And 55 years old. Those things are very important to me. But it was a wonderful, wonderful show. He played majority of the songs came from the new album, which is great. Obviously, he's promoting that. I kind of expected that. I love it. The songs are great. He played 3 Smog songs and then a smattering of solo stuff throughout his career. He did not do anything from the Prince Billy album, but he did more. Maybe he did like 4 Smog songs, which really kind of surprised me. I thought he was going to stick to mostly solo stuff, but that was great. And it was a wonderful, wonderful evening. And I'm repeating myself. Somebody told me to stop repeating myself in the comments a few months ago, so I'm going to stop doing it. Check out Bill Calahan. He's absolutely wonderful. You guys, questions, comments, snide remarks down below. See ya. Bye.